Hello everyone, it's Lindsay, and today I'm back with another Traveler's Notebook process for you guys. I will be documenting this set of photos here from a women's conference that we recently had here at a church in our town. And I love that the print of the card really matched the papers from the Felicity Jane Brie Kit this month, and so we will be playing with that. Now I am starting in a new Traveler's Notebook insert. I did not finish my other one, but the other one that I'm working in is mostly photos from last year, and this is a photo from 2018, and so I'll kind of jump between these two inserts. I did create this insert myself. I reached out to Andrea, she's Retro Hit Mama on social media, and asked her for some advice about paper, and she sent me a link to the most dreamy, soft, buttery smooth, amazing paper. I mean, I didn't think that I could fall in love with paper, but this paper is awesome. And it's very similar to the paper that's in the Felicity Jane inserts, and I like to create my own inserts just for cost saving sake, and that way I can kind of make them however big or small I want. And so I will link that paper down below for you guys. I have a couple videos on my channel where I show the different ways I make my own inserts. It's very easy, and so you can check that out. But at this point, I'm cutting down the photos, and I had planned on using both photos and that card off to the side that got trimmed off where it says shine on it. But as this kind of evolved, things changed, and this particular spread took me way longer than I had planned to put together. I am still new to the whole Traveler's Notebook process, and so things just don't come naturally to me yet, and I kind of fussed and struggled. This photo is myself and several friends from church, and so the photos are very similar in the poses but slightly different, and so it just felt a little redundant, a little bit difficult to have both of them on the spread. And the size, they are very, very small, and so I had a hard time bringing attention to them without drowning them with other products, if that makes sense. So there was a lot of fussing around with layers, and a lot of that got cut out just for the sake of the video. I didn't think you guys wanted to watch an hour of me just fussing with layers, but I am going to go ahead and layer these up on some yellow paper from the Felicity Jane kit this month. And then I decide to add a doily, thinking that'll kind of help break things up. I didn't want to completely cover up the print of that paper because it's so pretty, and like I said, it really matches the print that was on that photo, but it's still not quite right. So I did go ahead and decide to ink up this doily. That's one nice thing about buying white doilies is you can kind of customize them to the project, and so you can ink them up with distress inks, with paints, with watercolors, sprays, any of those things, and so it's just more cost effective for me to buy the white ones and then kind of customize them. So I began by sponging on some Tattered Rose distress ink, but that color wasn't quite right, so I came back in with some spun sugar, and that kind of added some more pink, and that worked better. Now I am very, very careful. This video has been sped up, but I am very carefully, very lightly sponging on this ink because the doily is very fragile, and the more ink you add to it, it kind of gets damp, and so it's more likely to tear. But you know, you just gotta play around with it. And so I know my Traveler's Notebook videos don't get quite as many views as my Bible journaling views or videos, and that's okay. They're not going anywhere, but don't feel like you have to watch them. If you're here for Bible journaling, that's fine. I will still have Bible journaling videos. If you're here for Traveler's Notebook videos, I will be having more of those coming to my channel, as I have some things coming in the very near future I can't share with you yet. But you will be seeing more Traveler's Notebook processes and products in relation to that. So, but if you are a Bible journaler, there are still things that you can pick up from these videos and incorporate into Bible journaling and vice versa. So I don't know, I'm just having fun with it. It's really inspired me to journal and document photos that I've had on my hard drive for years and years and years, and so it's just been fun to play with different products. I'm pretty new to playing with just scrapbooking products in general, so that's just opened up this world of products that are fun to play with, and experimenting with, you know, papers and layering things like this. It's been a lot of fun. So what you didn't see off screen, I guess, was that I brought in some gold thread that I'm going to add to this layering. This conference is titled Shine, and I knew I was going to be using some gold alpha stickers, and so I needed to bring in just some more gold elements, and again, just some textures that were kind of light and not super heavy to go behind this photo to kind of help it stand out from the background but not take away from it. 90% of the things I'm using in this spread are from that Brie kit from Felicity Jane. Felicity Jane just had a huge sale over on their website. I think it's still going on, so definitely go check it out. They are moving headquarters, they're moving states, and so they're trying to unload some of their product. And so they had their stamp sets marked down to like $5 a stamp set. It was awesome. So I ordered a whole bunch of stuff. That was my Mother's Day gift. And so I was just excited to kind of dive in and play with all those goodies. I think I was a little overwhelmed with this particular spread just because the Brie kit I hadn't used yet, and so I had, you know, an abundance of all the products and wanted to use all the things, and I just couldn't do that. So it was just kind of trying to get into the swing of things. So I'm creating a little nest of thread back here, and I want it to look unintentional, but being intentional about it. So it looks like a mess, but since I have the tape on the back of that photo, I can kind of press the thread into where I want it, and that way I can kind of control the messiness, and that's just going to add a little bit more texture behind that photo. And you can see I added it just slightly off center from that polka dot paper. That paper is from the Brie kit as well. If you didn't watch the unboxing, go check it out. I did mention that when I first got the kit, I immediately cut down my papers to pieces that would fit in my insert, like that floral piece, and then I cut down pieces that I could mat photos on and things like that. And so it's just a little bit more manageable for me to have those papers cut down. So I thought my camera was on, but it was not. And so I went ahead and pulled out a 3x4 card from the kit and did some journaling on it just about who I was at the event with and who the speaker was at the event. And I'm backing that with some more of that polka dot paper just so that there is some continuity between the two sides of the spread, and then to help that card kind of pop out from the background there. And then there's these butterflies that are from the kit, and they are so fun and so adorable. The larger ones down here at the bottom come already sewn together. So it's a piece of pattern paper and a piece of vellum, and they are sewn. And then all the other pieces are loose. So there are, you can kind of see them off to the right hand side, vellum pieces and pattern paper pieces. And I just hand stitched those smaller butterflies to match the larger ones. It was super easy. You should still be able to order these butterflies. If not, they would be very simple to make just with a butterfly punch or a butterfly die cut, or your like silhouette cutting machine or something like that. So I will try to find some punches and link them down below for you guys. I will definitely be creating some more of these because they are super cute. They will kind of get smushed as my book is closed, but I end up only adhering the pattern paper portion of the butterflies down to the page, and then just let that vellum stay where it can move. And so there will still be some movement from those butterflies when you open it up. And so I just love this little swirly swoosh of butterflies on the page. And since they are in the same colors as the rest of the kit, it kind of helps tie in with that other page, and I didn't want it to be too super heavy on this side. I don't know, like I said, it took me lots of fussing to figure out exactly what I wanted here, but that label in the top left hand corner is where I'm going to put the date of the event, and that label is from a different kit. I can't remember what kit it's from. Like I said, I ordered a bunch of things from the sale, and so that is not included in the Brie kit. But it is leaving this kind of awkward blank space, and so that's kind of where my title's going to go. I'm going to spell out Shine, a women's conference. And so this is an event that happens every year at a church locally, and this year they had Lisa Harper as the speaker. If you're not familiar with Lisa, I will put her information down below so you can check her out. She is so amazing. She has written several books. She's written several Bible studies. She adopted a little girl from Haiti later on in life, and so she's an older single mom, and following her on Instagram, they are just so hilarious, all the shenanigans that her and Misty get into, and they're just so funny. And so I had been following her and knew about her sense of humor from there, but listening to her at this conference, gosh, she just has so much Bible knowledge, and she just really brings things to life, and she's very funny and very fun, but she also has just such a reverence for the Bible and the Word of God, and her willingness to share that and to teach is just awesome. And so it was just an amazing weekend. They do a session Friday night and then a session Saturday morning, and I actually for the last 3 years have helped design the graphics for some of the merchandise, so like the t-shirts and things like that. And so it's always just kind of fun to go get to see that and be a part of it, and it's just a really fun conference that they do. So to finish things up, I pulled out this stamp set. Like I said, this is from another kit, but there's a stamp that says Girls Night, and I'm just going to stamp that down in the bottom there, and then that is it for the spread today. So if you have any questions or comments, be sure to leave those down below. Head on over to the blog for close-up photos and links to all the products mentioned. Give this video a thumbs up if you enjoyed it, and subscribe to my channel if you're not already subscribed. And until next time, thank you so much. Bye-bye.